penultimate day of the 19th Commonwealth Championships, the Commonwealth Games actually, but not a shortage of sports. Today as many as 28 gold medals were to be decided. A few of them have come India's way. In fact, over the past couple of hours, 4 gold medals, 3 in boxing and 1 in table tennis have come India's way. Just in table tennis, the pair of, actually Subhojit Saha, a very underrated table tennis player, and another Tamil Nadu-based player, Achanta Sharat Kamal, showing that class, winning that gold medal in 5 sets. You know what, Charu, in sports, in these racket sports, nothing is sweeter than winning a 5-set match in the finals to win the championship.
Yeah, Sharat Kamal, of course, is India's finest player by far, and he will be personally disappointed because he got a gold the last time around individually, and this time around the semi-finals failed. So yeah, it's a bit of a personal setback, but hey, a compensation with the doubles gold. And it's always tougher really because, you know, doubles is not played that often, and if you don't combine well enough, you know, somebody could let you down or whatever, but doubles gold, he'll take that any day. And at least some compensation for losing the semis and the singles.
Absolutely. Speaking of doubles, one area that India picked up a lot of gold medals were also in doubles for shooting. Of course, it's called pairs, but a number of pairs came together. The good news again for India's sport and coming out of this Commonwealth Games is that there's not just one champion across some of these sports, but there's multiple. The relay team, the 4x400 relay team that won the gold, the 4x100 team that was a whisker short, the women were a whisker short of winning a silver medal at the championships like this, where you have 71 countries represented: England, Canada, Nigeria, Ghana. Solid sprinters. We came second there, really good. In shooting, of course, across categories, golds in the singles events, golds in pairs. We're coming out in pairs, we're coming out in groups. Indian sport is here to stay.
Yeah, and just a very quick reminder, you mentioned this earlier, Mihir, that relays really get the crowd going. In many ways, they're blue ribbon events, and of course the ladies failed by a whisker, you said, by a hair's breadth to get that silver. They settled for bronze, and the men too got a bronze in the 4x100 relay. In the 4x400, mind you, the women were far, far ahead. They got themselves a gold, and the Indian men finished last in the final. So, a bit of a gap there. I'm also very, very impressed with, we saw some diving today, and Tom Daley, a big international star, a World Cup winner, was there. Matt Mitchum, of course, is an Olympic gold medal winner, so they were all there diving their hearts out. And some, today, in one dive, I forget which one now, but Tom Daley got a perfect 10. A 10 from all 7 judges. Of course, the top 2 and the bottom 2 go. You left in the middle 3, and there was still 10, 10, 10. Brilliant effort by Tom Daley. Such a pleasure to be there. All right. Time now to remind you that Australia, of course, is still a million miles ahead, but India and England are still fighting it out for number 2. Here's a quick look at the medals tally. 37, just 1 ahead of India. Oh, but Canada too far behind now to catch up with India. So certainly an improvement from 4. India could finish 3 or they could finish 2. It's still neck and neck. It's going to go down to the wire.
What's really interesting about this medal tally right now is look at the total number of medals. India at 96, England have almost 40 gold medals more than, 40 total medals more than India. Yet when it comes down to it, the rankings are done by gold medals. England just a little ahead of India, 37 to 36. Remember the big gold medal match coming tomorrow, India versus Australia in hockey. That will decide whether we're able to equal England and hope that they don't have any more gold medals. Let's also give it up for other countries, Nigeria, Kenya and Scotland that have picked up 10, 10 and 9 goals, as well as Singapore, a small country, about 6 million people, 26 medals for Singapore coming in.
Okay, India, still very well done. Now, of course, there is so much more to follow on the final day. The big thing, of course, well, we're not overshadowing the individual events or the gold medals, but I will quickly remind you that the closing ceremony is tomorrow. Now, if there's anything to go by, the opening ceremony is anything to go by, of course, the closing ought to be terrific. Here's a quick reminder of other events: athletics, the marathon, which always takes, a pride of place in an athletics event, and badminton, you mentioned, at least 2 opportunities there for India to pick up gold.
Indeed. Doubles and women, India hoping for that gold. Jwala Gupta, Ashwini Ponappa up there. Gymnastics, rope, ball and ribbon all on display, all women's categories. Again, as you said, one of the most beautiful sports to watch. And of course, that big gold medal match, India versus Australia at the Dhyan Chand Stadium tomorrow, 11:30. All eyes will be on that contest.
Netball, if you like that sport, and why not, then gold medal match, Australia-New Zealand, and bronze, Jamaica will be taking on England. Not much left thereafter. Yeah, table tennis. There we go. Gold medal matches in the singles, doubles, and plenty of TT action for TT fans. And of course, many eyes might be on hockey, as well as badminton. But we'll see. Let's not play favorites. Plenty of sports.
Plenty of sports, and of course Singapore will be featured in that table tennis category in many of those finals. Of course, you know, a little earlier, Charu, you talked about Tom Daley, and on display again. This is again an example of one of the world's best athletes on display here. But remember, just 16 years old, the boy is in school and winning that gold medal in 10-meter platform over Matt Mitchell. Of course, two other 15 or 16-year-olds were on display. Elaine Kukla for Australia taking that gold medal in 50-meter freestyle. Emily Seaborn packing a backpack and a suitcase with 8 medals. And of course, India's own Deepika Kumari winning that gold, 16 years old gold medal in archery in the recurve event.
Yeah, so just a final reminder to parents out there in India watching, imagine Daley began at the age of 9 and at the age of 14 he represented Britain at the Olympics, and now at age 16 he is a world champion. Of course he picked up gold here as well. So start them out early, let them go out and play, go out and play, come out and play, whatever. But you know, let's get the children out, let's get a sporting environment here in India, because I hope the Commonwealth Games make that very important difference. Okay, a final reminder of the closing ceremony. The opening ceremony is what woke the world up to what happens in India and at the Commonwealth Games, and the closing ceremony we believe is going to be another terrific party. Now remember, it's not all that formal, and there isn't, you know, there aren't so many speeches. It's one giant party, and you would want to be a part of it. You can get a hold of a ticket, give it to me. Go and watch, or if not, of course, Doordarshan will bring you live coverage from 4:30 p.m. onwards. And you know, since you've been to the stadium, are you planning to go there or what?
Well, you know, you talked about the festive environment right now. Most of the sports are over here. There's one more day to go, and about 5 sports will be played tomorrow. A lot of finals, so those athletes are still in focus and concentration mode. But the rest of the athletes right now, it is a time for them to relax, to appreciate their effort for the past few years. Yesterday, I actually had a chance to go over to the Commonwealth Village. And it's just an amazing environment there. All the countries there, everything organized from meals to lounges to big screen TVs to actually even a disco that they have over there. Athletes letting their hair down.
Now we know why you went there.
Just happened to go there at that time, but just really well organized. You know, a lot of controversy before the game started. Lots of issues. The last 10 days more or less have erased those controversies. It's been just 10 days of fabulous competition. Speaking of which, there's still one more day of competition, one more day of an outstandingly and very much awaited matchup tomorrow.
That's right. What are we talking about? It's at 11:30 a.m. according to my information right now. But do check listings in the papers tomorrow and wherever else. It's the India-Australia hockey match. It's our national sport, so I'm not trying to be biased. Of course, you got badminton medals as well. So those two are the big ones to watch out for, with due respect to all other sports. And I hope that you will spare the time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, spare the time for that match, because they could use all the positive vibrations for the Indians. All right, time for us to say goodbye. I think we've reminded you enough times about what to watch tomorrow, the final day. I hope you've enjoyed the Commonwealth Games. That's it from the two of us. Mihir, thanks for joining me. What we'll do now is go back to lawn bowls, and plenty of action still going on there. And well, we might also show you some recorded action as well. But you know, it also requires a lot of precision. So I hope you appreciate. I hope your appreciation of other sports has also increased as we've shown you the Commonwealth Games over these days. For now, though, from both of us, thanks for joining us. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow for all the rest of the live coverage.
Goodbye.